Hi there, everyone. My name is Crystal. If you haven't met me yet, I am one of your upline leaders. And tonight I'm going to talk about the New Zealand newbies training. So you may be watching this for the very first time because you've just opened up your virtual office and joined us in Babes in Business. Straight off the bat, congratulations on making the best decision. It's going to be a very fun journey, and I'm here to hold your hand every step of the way, as well as your mentor, and show you how to get started very strong in this business. If you have watched this before, certainly you are a mentor and you're wanting to make sure that you understand it very clearly so you're able to share this down the line. So essentially you have opened up your virtual office, you have been introduced to Babes in Business, and now you're ready to take the bull by the horns and get started and make sure that you start strong at getting your first promotion. So the promotions are as follows. I'm going to talk tonight about DVF. Certainly right now you are a VF, a virtual franchise, and you're about to become a DVF, which is a direct virtual franchise. So what that means is you are about to help some beautiful friends, family, or some of those outside your network start a health journey with the Health Style Emporium. So DVF is 1,000 points. So when you are part of the Health Style Emporium, we have several different packages, and each package has a points value. So when you first get started, it's best to have all of the products so you're able to have your own health journey and be able to share your journey authentically. So for me, I obviously incorporate all the activities into my daily rituals, but I have been part of it for quite some time. So make sure when you're in the Health Style Emporium, you start with the self-love challenge or have a look at a few of the webinars, and definitely become accustomed to the beautiful activities a part of that program. When it comes to the products, I started on the shakes, the omegas, as well as the fruit, veg, and berry capsules. And so for me, it was quite easy to step up to my first promotion because essentially having my own orders got me there. So I just wanted to share with you in New Zealand terms what that means with the point structure. So for 120 shakes, that is, I just want to make sure I get my points value, 476 points. If you are going on a premium, which is a beautiful start point for most clients, that is 408 points. And the omegas are 208 points. Okay, so you can quickly see that altogether that's going to be 1,092 points. And there's your 1,000 points from the get-go, just on your own orders. Essentially, you have spent $172.50 getting started. Obviously, there's an outlay to make sure that you start your health journey strong. If you only start on the premium for this month, because that's financially available to you, then let's see who else we can help join you on a journey with either premium shakes or the omegas. So DVF, there is $100 on the table. So there's a $100 bonus if you do this within your first 10 days. And so don't stress if you don't make it in your first 10 days. You actually have a 30-day window to hit your first promotion, but it's certainly about helping those immediate in your network. That you might be your mum, your sister, your best friend, your neighbour, maybe your sports coach or someone like that that would love to support your business but also start a health journey. And it's a great option to start with someone you know and trust. So it's almost like they're your guinea pig taking through the Health Style Emporium and you get to do it at the same time. So that is DVF, quite easy and quick to get to. SDVF though is our benchmark. That's where you want to get to, that's what you strive for. And certainly once you get to SDVF, it's all about showing others how to get to SDVF and you are building a very successful business. So what does that look like? So SDVF, I'm going to just change it up here, my blue. SDVF is now 4,000 points. And you need to have one teamie with an order. So this is the exciting part. So you get to work where you want, when you want, with who you want. And so building a team is certainly going to help drive your business further. So who do you, again, can think of in your immediate network that are either sick of their job or could use some extra cash on the side, or you know, maybe they're at home, a stay-at-home mum, and they actually just want a little bit more for their kids. You know, there's a few different options. But it's about reaching out to those people and offering them this opportunity to see if this could be for them. And then once you have your beautiful teamie, it's about showing them how to get to DVF. So what I did when I first started was get all of my 4,000 points by myself because I was super excited to help people with their health. So I reached out to everyone on my network, and essentially that looks like about 10, 11 clients alone. But there's actually a $400 bonus on the table if you do that within your first 40 days. So I'm just going to write that here, $400 bonus in 40 days. If you don't get there, don't stress. There's a 60-day window, and there's also that $200 bonus for you if you tend to take a little bit longer. So I'm going to draw it a little bit out for you. I might put it here. So this is you, and you've just purchased your own, or you've helped 3 beautiful clients, do this package, and there's your 1,000 points. And then you have reached out to your best friend, who you know could do it with some extra money, and you've just showed her how to get to DVF. So whether she's purchasing her own products, or maybe she's helping a few people in her network with health and wellness. So she helps 3 people. There's another 1,000 points. Maybe your mum, maybe your dad, maybe your cousin, maybe your auntie, they could use some extra cash, but also they have a passion for health and wellness and they would love to do this with you. We'll get auntie involved. This is best friend. And you showed them how to get to DVF. And you can slowly see how you just start to pop. So I told you at the beginning, I just got all these clients on my own. And that's great. That's what we're all about. Our mission is definitely about health and wellness and changing the globe, essentially. But you can also line yourself up with some beautiful friends and family, help them earn some money, and obviously help build your business. So 1,000 points plus 1,000 plus 1,000. There's 3 so far. Find another person to run alongside, or maybe just put an extra order each through. And you can see how 4,000 points would come to fruition. So that's essentially how to get to SDVF, help up to 11 people on a health journey, and also run alongside some beautiful friends or family, or even someone outside your network that would love to do this for fun with you. So I'm just going to leave that up for a second. Now, if you have any questions, if I spoke too fast, please make sure that you reach out to your mentor or myself to elaborate on anything further. We certainly don't think there's a silly question on board. We want to hear it 100 times because we want to make sure it's clear. We all have been there. I certainly know what it's like when we're first getting started. So please ask as many questions as you'd like. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to screen share. I'm going to talk more about our system. You've obviously been invited into Babes in Business. You've opened your virtual office, and now you're looking at this screen going, how do I utilize this to my advantage? So I'm just going to screen share right now. Just bear with me. Okay, and so you're going to see a screen like this. It's Babes in Business. You click the icon of the group, and you can see we've got a September announcement, and we obviously have a current event that's coming up. So we always have an announcement just to keep you up to date with what's happening. And obviously an event is very, very important, especially when you are starting in the business, or even if you have been here for quite some time. It's important because knowledge is power, but only when it's shared. We're not all experts at opening and running businesses, so we have these events often so that we are able to enhance and grow and develop and be able to be successful. And so this one is a 90-day game plan on the Gold Coast. Often that runs in that September-October timeframe to get us through Christmas. I know there's a Canada event coming up in November. We actually have a Juice Plus conference coming up for you, New Zealand team. I'm pretty sure it's end of November or early December, just before GoPro in Las Vegas. And next year there'll be more events. So please make sure you connect with your mentor, talk about events, and make sure you get there because it's beyond amazing and it will just fast track your business like nothing else. So we are now in Babes in Business. When you are on your laptop or your desktop, you'll be able to tap into units. Units is very easy to use and it's a very simplified step-by-step system. Hoping it opens for me. Yeah, so as we scroll down, you can see getting started, and it's just a watch video and then potentially with an activity attached so that you can start to evolve and build on your business. And once you get through each unit, you'll go into the modules. ready to rock, get inside the Health Style Emporium, let's get your first bonus. It's going to teach you how to get to SDVF in your first 60 days. So if you are on your phone and you're not doing the units, because you won't be able to access units off your telephone device, you'll be able to go in what we call photos, albums, and you will see milestone 1. So please don't overwhelm yourself. There are a lot of different albums in here with lots of cool tips and tricks, but definitely stay close to your mentor in the first 60 days and beyond if needed. But milestone 1 is going to take you through that step-by-step section. So we click on there, your mentor would have tagged you or essentially is taking you through each of those steps. I can see Facebook's obviously made it mumbo jumbo, but there is step 1 to 8 listed here. You just click on each one and you'll watch the link and again start to develop and grow in this business. The other thing that you will tap into is the 60 and 60. So as I mentioned before, you have 60 days to reach your SDVF promotion. If you don't, again, there is options, but let's work with the 60-day window. In the photos section, we'll come to albums, and it is called the 60 and 60. So if you have half an hour or an hour to do this, if you're a uni student or you work full time, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mum, whatever your story is, find your time. Make sure you section it for this business and put yourself to work. It's only going to work if you actually put the time aside. So the 60 and 60 is going to give you an activity every single day. So you can see day 1, day 2, day 3, and you're just going to take each day as it comes. Essentially, day 1 is always going to have a video to watch to help you enhance your social media or your outreach. You're going to engage with 5 people, and you can see it says day 1 action step, and just follow the prompt. And your first post on your social media will be a launch post. When you click see more, when you come down, you can see that there are links for you to look at. So if you're unsure at what your post should be, that if you click this link, it's going to take you into some examples, and definitely talk to your mentor and share some ideas. But essentially, it's just letting everybody know on your social media the excitement of what you've just started. And it's just, yeah, just letting them know. There's no intentions behind that. So don't have huge expectations. It is just about sharing your new experience. And so that is your 60 in 60. Please don't just get to day 10 and then go, okay, I'm just going to wing it, or, you know, it doesn't really matter, I've done 20 days. Obviously, the leaders and myself, we've put this together for you to make sure that you are successful and you do get to SDVF, and this system is proven to work if you follow the prompts. So definitely stay within those 2 groups. What I will share before I leave this page is some important albums in here, which will be the scripts. Often we go to ourselves, okay, well, I want to share this. How do I go about it? And certainly the scripts are here for you. We want you to be authentic and true to yourself. So they're just a guide. Make sure you change the verbiage slightly to make sure it comes authentic from you, because the person receiving it will know if it sounds like a robot or if it actually is coming from you. So there is, you know, objection scripts. There are chasing your likes. If someone comments on your post and you'd really love to reach out to them because you think they would benefit from a health journey, then that's an option to have a look at those scripts and be able to reach out to those people. So make yourself comfortable in here. Talks about the program, the product scripts, and some awesome links to save to your phone. For me, early on in my career of Babes in Business, I was commuting. So in my phone, in the notes section, I had some important links saved, so I could just go flick, flick, flick in the 10 minutes, and then my work there was done. So definitely pop those in and save them. There are a couple of books that are of huge value. The first one is GoPro by Eric Worre. You will see that we actually refer to him quite a lot. In the album section, you'll see the 7 skills. We mentors have pretty much popped on a training for each of the skills which are outlined in his book. So have a little look in team training for the 7 skills. And the last thing I'll share with you is the virtual office navigation. You have a beautiful virtual office now, and you'd love to process your clients as well as your own order. This is how you're going to be able to do it. So it has it straight from the get-go, how to place an order. So you click on there, there'll be a 5-minute video, and then you're ready to rock. So everything is basically here at your fingertips. If your mentor isn't available for a question that you ask, you can actually search the group. So you can just see down here and you can type in anything, might be in regards to the child health study or what are the ingredients in the omegas. You can type that in and it'll actually come up for you. So I'm going to stop there. That essentially is our mentoring hub, and that is your step-by-step. If you hit overwhelm or it looks like too much, just take a breather. Remember that you've put half an hour aside, clock on, do what you can, and then clock back out. But what I will explain is it's easy to think that we've started an online business and we open our laptop and we're looking at Instagram and we're looking at Facebook and we're working. Truly, that's not a high-paying activity. It's not going to get you paid. So I want to elaborate on what those high-paying activities are so that you stay on track, you're effective with your time, you're building a business, and you're effectively getting paid so that you can do all the things that you love and enjoy. So I'm going to start off with talking more on expanding your network. So high-paying activity, expand your network. So who in your immediate network do you know? Hairdresser, doctor, chiropractor, kindy teachers, netball coaches. Who do you know that's in your network that has friends that you would love to mingle with, that, you know, probably 9 times out of 10, if they're hanging out with you, the friends are going to hang out with you too. They're very like-minded. So who on your social media with your friends haven't you connected with in a while? Who are they connected with? Facebook's amazing at that, actually shares with you a lot of the time who are very similar and who you can friend. Make sure you just don't spam a whole heap of friendship ads, because that's not really authentic and you really don't know who you're connecting with. So have a look at their profiles if you feel, you know what, this person I'm going to connect with, we've got similar values, we have similar friends, and expand your network. And you might start talking with, you know, 5 people, or follow more people on Instagram and attain more followers and be consistent. The reason we expand on our network is because when you're doing posts and engaging, you know, you want to engage with new people. If you keep putting out the same posts to the same people, your engagement isn't as much and your business may be stagnant and won't grow. So that's very important. The next one is sharing. And definitely sharing your experience, sharing why you said yes to Babes in Business, sharing why you're enjoying these amazing products, sharing your recipes you love, sharing what your kids are doing, whatever your values are, share that on your social media. People love when you are relatable and authentic and you're sharing what you're passionate about. So sharing your story is what we are all about. Now, it's at this time that I'm just going to elaborate on the preview groups. The preview groups are there for Babes in Business or the Health Style Emporium, because for some people they need some more information on what that's actually all about. So if you can, please make sure you share your story inside the preview groups, speak to your mentor about it, and then when you do see that Sally, Frankie and Shani want to jump into the preview group because they want to learn more, it'll be very nice for them to see your story and resonate with you. So sharing that is really, really important. And if someone is like, what are you up to? Or what is this? Or what are they? You know, sharing more on that. Please don't feel like you have to word vomit or be an expert. I know when it's early on, you're not quite sure. You don't have to make it up. Please talk to your mentor or even screenshot conversations if you're not sure how to elaborate further. But sharing with them what you're up to. I've actually just, you know, decided to open up my own health and wellness business, and I'm really excited because, you know, now I can go on more holidays per year and start to cut down on my retail hours or whatever. Just share your journey. The next one is inviting. So you'll see that in the preview groups at the moment we have events, different events. We've had ones that include uni students at, you know, how you can incorporate Babes in Business if you're a uni student. We've also got ones there that are already health professionals that share their stories. So inviting people to take a closer look at what we have available within the preview groups is super valuable. And it doesn't need to be overly crazy with the invite. It's something as simple as going, hey, I've actually thought of you. I heard this story the other day about X, Y, and Z who works for X, Y, and Z, and I couldn't help but think that, you know, it would resonate with you. I'm just going to tag you in a story if that's okay. So it might be something like that. Or if you have a live event in your community, definitely invite them along. So you might say something along the lines of, we actually have a Thursday night girls event. I'm really excited about it. We talk health and wellness. We talk a bit about business, but you know, we're sharing nibbles, we're drinking wine, we're having a good time, and I would love for you to come along. Are you free on Thursday at 6:30 p.m.? And that's inviting, just inviting so that you're able to then share and talk more about this opportunity. The next one is following up. So you'll hear the leaders say, and I want to say, the fortune is in the follow-up. You cannot reach out to amazing people or friend amazing people and not talk to them or not continue on that conversation. So following up is really important. When you have invited someone and they say, no for now, not this time, but count me in for next time, you'll need to follow up with them. Don't just go, no, okay, next person, and start talking to someone else. This is a relationships business, and we certainly are about keeping engagement and keeping the friendship alive. So whilst Babes in Business is a great opportunity, make sure you have your friendships as well, and keep feeding on that. So also be mindful of following up that if someone sees your message and they actually don't reply or respond, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what did I say? Did I do blah, 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 blah? You're getting in your head. It's not about you. Often people get sidetracked, and think about how you respond to people. Sometimes you're busy and you'll see a message and you'll forget a day later and then you'll get back to them. It's totally fine. Just follow them up a few days later and go, hey, I just thought I would check in with you. I know we were talking about the Health Style Emporium. I just wanted to see if it's still of importance to you because I'd love to share more. I just haven't heard from you. Is everything okay? And 9 times out of 10, they'll just say, oh, I'm so sorry, I was at the shop, or, you know, little Timmy was on my phone and I missed the message, whatever. But just don't take it to heart, especially when people follow up and say, no for now, or don't get back to you. Not that important, and it's not because they don't value what they do, it's just not on their list of priorities right now. And the last thing I would share with you is the events and training. I did touch base on this whilst I was screen sharing. I cannot stress enough how much the trainings are non-negotiable. You can't expect to start a new job anywhere in this world and not have some training or events to enhance and learn and grow and actually step up in your work life. And it's the same here with Babes in Business. We have weekly events. Often, like the Australian one is on a Tuesday night, which is about 9:30 for you guys in New Zealand. But there's a Wednesday night one, which is, I'm pretty sure, 7:30 New Zealand time on a Wednesday. If by any chance this recording has changed and that has changed, please reach out to your mentor to ask when your weekly training is on, because it's super important. There's lots of value from the leaders, because sometimes we get a little bit stuck or a bit lost and we need some more support, and that's where you learn and grow. Events, as I said, there's going to be a New Zealand event in November for the Juice Plus Conference. Get yourself there. Learn more. Get your belief, 100 out of 100. When we first get started in this, we're all wondering a little bit more, needing a bit more information. Trust the process, but also get yourself to events. That's when you're going to be surrounded by the people that are in the know. You get to hear more on the research, the company, also about our program, also about this business. I can't elaborate on it enough. I spent 12 months of my Babes in Business journey on personal development, and I went to all events. I went to the USA twice due to this business obviously funding that, but also for my own personal growth. I've been to the Australian one, and New Zealand is only fairly new, so I'm looking forward to getting down to New Zealand. So I high five you for getting onto training. If you do not get on there live, please make sure it's a discipline to watch the recording. They are just profound, and they offer so much value. So that's basically it, guys. That's getting started. That's where you need to be for SDVF. It's going to seem like a whole lot of energy at the start, a whole lot of momentum to get off the ground, but once you get to SDVF and you're following the high-paying activities, you're on a winner. So trust in the process, reach out to your mentor, be hungry, be open, be excited, and start sharing the word of health and wellness with others. I cannot wait to see where this takes you and to meet you in person. So I'll talk to you all soon, ladies. Thank you for tuning in.